The emotional affair. Rachel had always trusted Adam. They had been together for over 2 years, and in that time, they had built a life filled with shared experiences and quiet moments of happiness. But recently, something had changed. It started small, little things that didn't quite sit right with her. Adam had always been the kind of boyfriend who sent her texts throughout the day, shared his thoughts, and always made time for her. But lately, he seemed distant. More often than not, his phone buzzed late at night with messages, and he'd quickly grab it, stepping out of the room or turning the screen face down. At first, Rachel told herself it was just work. Adam had been working late, often collaborating on projects for his tech company. But there was a growing sense of unease that she couldn't ignore. One evening, as they sat together on the couch, Rachel glanced at Adam's phone, which lay on the coffee table. It buzzed again. The name Caitlin flashed across the screen. Caitlin, one of Adam's co-workers. Rachel's stomach tightened. She had heard the name before, but Adam had never mentioned her much, other than as a colleague. "Who's Caitlin?" Rachel asked, her voice quiet but full of curiosity. Adam looked up, slightly startled, before forcing a smile. "Oh, she's just someone I work with. We're working on a big project together." Rachel nodded, trying to act nonchalant, but her heart pounded in her chest. She didn't know why, but she couldn't shake the feeling that there was something more between them. Over the next few days, Rachel began to notice a pattern: late-night texts, phone calls when he thought she wasn't paying attention, and a growing intimacy in the way Adam spoke about Caitlin. "She really gets me," he had said once, his eyes far away. "We have a lot in common." The more Rachel thought about it, the more the distance between them grew. She would reach out to Adam, but he was always preoccupied. When they talked, it felt like something was missing, like he wasn't fully there. She longed for the days when they'd stay up late talking about everything and nothing at all. One night, as Adam was in the other room on a call, Rachel couldn't help herself. She picked up his phone, her hands trembling as she unlocked it. Her eyes quickly scanned through the messages, her heart sinking with every word. There they were, dozens of late-night exchanges between Adam and Caitlin, none of which were about work. Messages like, "I miss you," and "I can't stop thinking about you." Rachel felt like the floor had fallen out from under her. Her gut had been right all along. Adam was emotionally invested in someone else. Her worst fear was true: he wasn't physically cheating, but he was giving someone else the attention, the care, and the emotional connection she thought was reserved for their relationship. When Adam came back into the room, Rachel was sitting on the edge of the bed, his phone in her hands. He stopped short when he saw her. "Rachel, what's wrong?" His voice was sharp, defensive. Rachel looked at him, her voice trembling as she held up the phone. "Who is Caitlin to you, Adam?" Adam's face paled, and for a long moment, he didn't speak. The silence between them was suffocating. Finally, he sighed and sat down next to her. She's just a coworker," Adam said, though his voice lacked conviction. "I didn't mean for it to go this far. But, Rach, she listens to me in a way you don't." Rachel's heart sank. The words stung more than she expected. She had always thought she was the one he could turn to, the one who understood him. "You're emotionally cheating on me, Adam," she whispered, tears welling up in her eyes. "You're giving her something I thought was only mine." Adam's face softened with regret, but it was too late. "I never wanted to hurt you," he said quietly. "I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I never meant for this to happen." Rachel shook her head, the hurt cutting deeper than she imagined. "It's a big deal, Adam. You've pulled away from me, and you've let someone else get too close." Adam reached for her, but Rachel pulled back, her heart heavy. "I don't know if I can trust you again," she said, her voice barely a whisper. For the first time in their relationship, Rachel realized that the emotional bond they once shared was slipping away. What hurt more than Adam's betrayal was the growing realization that the love she thought they had was now overshadowed by doubt and distance. She stood up, wiping away a tear, and walked out of the room. Adam stayed behind, his gaze lost in the dark silence that now filled the space between them.